Thursday the 7th of May, we have left Port Louis and we are following the coast round to the east, or south and east. First stop is just outside the town of Carnac, or Carnac, I have no idea how it's pronounced. So the town is famed for its multiple collections of Neolithic stones, and we can see one set behind me. Apparently there are many of these dotted around the town. Overall, I did read there are something like 3,000 stones in the area in these various sites in different formations. The one behind me is what they call an alignment, so we have rows of stones. So we'll go and check it out, shall we? Unlike Stonehenge, the stones are fully accessible, certainly on this site. Apparently they date back to somewhere between 3,300 and 4,500 BC. I think similar time frames to Stonehenge, but I don't know that. As you can see, this site is right beside the road.
Kind of old rocks.
Karen is not impressed. There's another set over there in that field. Karen has braved getting a pair of shorts on. It was really quite warm when we got up this morning, but it has since rained quite heavily, which I guess is how the weather is going to be today, looking at the sky. Patches of blue and big rain clouds. There are 4 different types of collections. We've already seen an alignment, the alignment to Quiberon, I think it's pronounced. And here we have a dolmen. These are believed to have been burial chambers. This particular dolmen is a Crucerno, who knows? It'd be super cool having one of these outside your house, hey? And our third type of collection is the tumuli. This one here being the Saint Michel tumuli. We are going in no particular order, just that as we drive around the city. This one is actually inside the bounds of the city of Carnac, or Carnac, or Carnac, however it's pronounced. And being a tumuli, it is a burial mound. So pretty much like a dolmen, but covered over in earth. And Karen is making her way up towards the little church that has been built on the top of this one. The view from atop this one is pretty cool, looking down to the south over the city, and beyond that the sea, and I think it's a peninsula called Quiberon, which is where we're going to drive a little bit later on, see if we can find somebody to stay for the night down there. Not for the first time, I was spouting nonsense. There are in fact 3 types of collections, not 4. There are the alignments, there are the dolmen and the tumuli, and we've seen one each of those. The 4th category related to the artifacts they've found in and around the ruins, jewellery and that sort of stuff. But we have come to another alignment. This is the alignment Dominic, which is one of the larger ones. Much, much larger than one we saw first of all. Bloody hell, I wasn't expecting this. This section stretches for over 1 kilometre, and then beyond that there are 2 more sections over in the direction where I'm working around to with the camera, and in total we've got something like 4.5 kilometres of these stones. That is amazing. Although we can't get in and amongst these stones, we can walk all the way around. So that's what we're going to do. Whilst the sun is shining. Karen is prepared and has a coat. I don't, so hopefully it won't rain. Can you feel any vibes coming out of the stone? Any special magic, Karen?
There's loads of magic here, Mark.
Karen is saying there's loads of magic. Maybe the hippie in Karen is properly coming out. There are a few things we like on our little travels. Ferries being one, animals being the other for Karen, and standing stones. I'm sure I've missed a couple off that little list.
Shells.
Shells. Karen always likes shells. This place is bonkers. It puts Stonehenge in the shade. As I said earlier, spread across all these various sites, there's something like 3,000 of these stones. We have a home tonight. We're on a municipal campsite just outside the town of Quiberon, whatever it's called. So we're going to take a quick walk, probably into the town, which is about a mile or so away. Check it out. We did drive through it on the way up here. It is a very pretty and a very touristy little town. The weather today, as we came onto the peninsula, has been beautiful. As you can see, blue skies up above me. The campsite, as is often the way in Europe, is quite cramped. But we've got a decent sized plot. We're not on the front, unfortunately. But our view is only partially obscured by a tent. We'll get a picture of that on here. The town of Quiberon has been extensively developed and now covers a big old chunk of the southern tip of the peninsula. As we drove through, there were lots of really touristy bits, almost like being on the Costa del Sol. This is the old fishing village of Port Haliguen, which is meant to be surrounded by old fishermen's cottages, which I guess in part it is, but also very developed. The harbour has also been extensively developed behind me into a really big marina. All in the name of progress.